If you watched the previous movie, you know our ultimate goal is to composite this guy against these purple clouds. And if nothing else, this demonstrates the meticulous degree of detail that we can achieve in this guy's hair and along the edges of his beard. Which brings us to the topic of this movie, the refine hair function. I'll go ahead and escape out of the full screen mode. And now I want to take this guy, which it must be said comes to us from the Dreamtime image library, and composite him against this background. So I'll start things off by selecting the rectangular marquee tool, which you can get by pressing the M key. And then I'll right-click anywhere inside the image window and choose Duplicate Layer. I'll go ahead and call this guy Dude because that's his name, and I'll change the document to Purple Clouds. And then I'll click OK. And now if I switch to that document, you can see that I've created this new Dude layer here inside the Layers panel, which is set against those purple clouds. All right, now I'll select the Dreamtime layer and press the backspace key or the delete key on the Mac to get rid of it. And next I want to select this guy by going up to the select menu and choosing the subject command, which tells Photoshop to automatically select the subject of the photograph, which is an amazing feature that has just gotten better and better over the last couple of years. Now I want to refine this selection and convert it to a layer mask, which I can do by clicking on the Select and Mask button up here. Left over from his original background up here in his hair. Now, just for the sake of reference, I'm going to turn on the Show Edge checkbox, and that for the present is going to show you nothing. And that's going to turn out to be different in just a moment. So I'm going to turn that checkbox back off. Just remember what that looked like. Make sure Refine Mode, this is a new option by the way, is set to Basic. In your version of the software, this option may read Color Aware, works the same, and then you want to go up to the options bar and click on this new button, Refine Hair, which is going to do exactly what it says. And so I'm going to zoom in just a little more so we can see the difference here. So I'll press Control Z or Command Z on the Mac to undo that change. Notice that we have a bunch of blue haloing inside the hair. And if I now press Control Shift Z or Command Shift Z on the Mac to redo that change, then you can see that an awful lot of that blue haloing disappears. How is that occurring, you might wonder? Well, I'll go ahead and zoom back out. Keep your eye on the top of the hair, at which point I'm going to turn on the Show Edge checkbox once again, and notice that Photoshop has automatically painted in this region along the top of the hair. And it's just as if you had grabbed the Refine Edge brush and painted this region manually. So the Refine Hair command just does that automatically. However, you will notice if I turn that checkbox off that it doesn't do such a great job on the beard, and we'll be taking care of that in a later movie. All right, I'm going to twirl close a few of these items here, edge detection and global refinements, so that I can scroll down to output settings. For some reason, for me, output 2 is set to selection. You want to set it to layer mask, at which point go ahead and click OK in order to convert that selection to a layer mask, as we're seeing here inside the Layers panel. All right, but as I say, while that works great for the hair on the top of the guy's head, it does not work for his beard. Surely we can do better, and I'll show you exactly how we can in the very next movie.